So, as you may know, I like video games quite a bit. I play games a lot. I play a lot of games. A lot of different types of games. But I do have pretty clear preferences. I generally lean more heavily into action games, JRPGs, and the odd platformer or two. Not that I have any problems with other genres. I've put a little time into more relaxing games like Stardew Valley, and I've got a few shooters I like. But that's generally not where I lean towards, nor necessarily what comes naturally to me as a gamer. Now, don't get me wrong, my opinions are still objective, and if you disagree with me, you are wrong definitively. The laws of the universe just so happen to align with my shitty taste. How convenient. I'm just saying what we're all thinking here. But even if I don't get a genre or its conventions, I can understand why someone would like it. Even if I don't have any particular fondness for Call of Duty or any other realistic Rudy-Tooty point-and-shooty games, I can understand why somebody would like them. They're not bad games, necessarily, they're just not made for me. It's just not my cup of monster energy. Same can be said for other genres that don't typically appeal to me, like visual novels, sports games, and a lot of games considered casual games. Honestly, I'm not sure what that actually means as a genre. However, there's one genre for which the appeal has always mystified me. One where I've just never understood why this would be made into a video game, nor why it would be as massively popular as it is. That genre being, of course, the realistic car game. Now, if you're a big, strong, epic gamer like me, you might forget that this is genuinely a huge genre within the games industry. Forza Horizon, Burnout, Need for Speed, whatever iRacing is, F1 Manager, Driver, GT Pro Series, GT Advance, various Hot Wheels games, various NASCAR games, Carmageddon, Lego Stunt Rally, and let's not forget M&M Kart Racing. The list goes on and on from there with more realistic car games, pseudo-realistic car games, and hyper-realistic M&M car games. But the point of them all just completely eludes me. If I wanted to play a game all about driving cars and I wanted it to be generally realistic and without fantasy elements, I'd drink a few pints and crash my car into a tree like a normal person would. But you know me, personally, through YouTube videos. We're friends, you know. But anyways, I'm not the kind of person to mindlessly hate or be negative about something, especially if I haven't given it a chance to impress me. I don't like tearing things down, especially when I know people put effort into making them, and when I know people are attached to them. So, for that reason, and also because I think it'll make good content, I decided to give the Gran Turismo franchise, the Prometheus of the genre I suppose, a fair chance, starting with Gran Turismo 4. Because that's the highest rated one out of the games I own. So quiet up and listen down. Let's put this game in our Walkmans and get going. We start up the game and it wants to make some save data on our memory card. You give it a name and then it takes a fair bit longer than most games do to make the needed data. Probably just because there's a lot of freaking data in this game. Apparently, it also supports autosave. Pretty dang modern for 2005. I wasn't even a sperm floating around in the stork's testes when this game was made. Think about that. After that, we've got two modes, arcade mode and Gran Turismo mode. At least that's what you would think if you were a simpleton. The first thing we actually need to do is go to settings. Okay, we've got arcade stuff, photo lab, sound, race, whatever, who cares. Screen settings! Prepare for a fact so cool it'll friggin' blow your balls off. This game supports 16:9. Don't try to make the game HD though, because if you do, well, this'll happen. Anyways, time to Gran this Turismo, or whatever we do in this game. So when you pick Gran Turismo mode, you get sent to this really big, kind of overwhelming menu. You've got a home for Turismo 3 data transfer. It does other stuff. I didn't know that because I don't read. Several countries, all with different brands selectable. Those brands also all come with dealerships, auto shops, an option to view classic vehicles from their history, and some of them have special one-make races. And I'm not sure what they are, as I've yet to try them. But not only that, you've got several options for events, circuits, showrooms, photo travel, a license center because I love licenses! Okay, where's the US? Not here, not there. Oh, there it is. Well, obviously I gotta get myself a Ford, because the new Ford F-150 has all-wheel drive to keep you and your family safe. Whether it's on asphalt, gravel, or if you've got a whiskey in hand, our all-wheel drive will keep you. Ford F-150 will. Ford F-150. Buy a Ford F-150. Ford F-160. All-wheel drive. Ford F-150. Ford. Ooh, there's the old-timey auto wagon in this game? That's so fun! I have to buy it. It's not for sale. You can't buy it? Why? It's not too expensive. It's straight up just not for sale. What the golly gee, gosh darn, diddly dang, gee willikers, frick frackin' ding dong, fuck! Why can't I buy this? It would be so fun! I don't care if it would be driven by a ghost in the game. Is this car only in the game for show? Why? Is it just to look at the admittedly impressive 3D model? To reflect on car history or something? Am I supposed to coom in my pantaloons thinking about how awesome cars are? What were they thinking? Well, after rebounding from that betrayal, I looked at the new cars section, you know, where you can actually buy the cars and, oh, they're all too expensive. The cheapest one is too expensive. And it's not like I can use my starter car to make money first. I don't start with a car, and I can't do a race without one, so what am I supposed to do? Excellent question, me. You actually can't buy from the dealerships themselves at the start of the game. I haven't checked all of the, probably hundreds of new car dealerships, but I'm pretty sure they're all too expensive. I've checked a few. What you actually need to do is go to one of these used car showrooms. Or is it? There are two on the map that will give you bad cars for livable prices. I ended up buying this silly little Suzuki Cappuccino, primarily because I think it would be funny for a small little car called a Cappuccino to win races. Assuming I do win. Who knows? My car might actually suck and not really be powerful enough to make good headway with my driving skills. And I might just be poor. A literary device in which events that have not yet occurred. Alright, I got my car. Let's try something simple. Let's say a low-stakes track meet at this course literally called Beginner Course. Surely that would be easy for someone with as much game experience as me, right? Oh, there are two settings options here in the menu before the practice race starts. Let's try car settings. Oh my gosh! There are a lot of options you can play around with when dealing with your car. That's good. Oh my goodness, I don't even know what most of these are. Why would my car have or need nitrous? Why am I pumping Galaxy gas into my car? Doesn't that melt your brain? A flywheel? I'd much rather my vehicle just stay on the ground, thank you. Anyways, let's start driving. I'm sure everything will be just fine. Hey, don't worry guys, it's chill, I swear. No guys, seriously, I swear, everything's peachy. I can still make it at least top 3, right? So, fun fact, I am very bad at most realistic car games. However, I found something interesting. While I failed pretty badly, I did still have fun. The music and the movement in first person really makes the otherwise relatively boring tracks, well, compared to something like Mario Kart or F-Zero, they're kind of straight lines. They felt slightly exhilarating. Also, in retrospect, I was going about this game wrong. I was thinking of this game as a realistic car game. so I expected it to feel like a game while playing it. But I think that's the wrong way to look at it. Gran Turismo 4 is a car racing simulator. It does everything it can to realistically emulate the feeling of driving a car. In that sense, my relatively fine-tuned gaming instincts were turned against me. I think this really sets it apart from other racers I've played in a really good way. I've never played a game with any level of realism in driving mechanics, but the driving feels very real in this game. It genuinely feels like I'm spinning out and losing control when I swerve badly. It genuinely feels like switching gears when I go faster. It genuinely feels like my engine is blowing my ears out. I suppose there is something interesting in that, and I absolutely can get why someone would like it. Well, it seems pretty clear from these races that not only do I suck, my car just can't win. Even if I was good, I couldn't outpace the other cars. I need to do some car modding. So I head down to Tuner Village, and just like any nation in this game, there's a buttload of options to pick from. I pick Opera Performance because, operas are cool, I guess. And then the game tells me I can't upgrade my Suzuki car in the Tuner Village, and it needs me to go to Suzuki themselves and use Suzuki's own car shop. At least they give me the directions. So I bought this, what is this, RAM for my car? I also bought these dual clutch plates. Spoiler alert, I barely felt them do anything for me at all, nor do I even know what they do, because I barely know how to check my own oil, let alone MTV Pimp My Ride for racing. After barely tuning my car, I decided I should try another race in Seoul Central. I lost very badly. So after being humiliated by this game, once again, I decided to swallow my pride and turn the difficulty down a little, and then try a race in Tokyo. And for a few moments, just a few brief moments, I locked in. I was able to get in the second place early on. I made turns I would have missed without crashing. I was keeping up with the other racers. Was this the start of my redemption arc? But then, tragedy struck. The other cars started passing me, and I wasn't able to avoid crashing again. But if I could manage to outspeed the car in fourth place and just ride whatever advantage I could get to the end, maybe, just maybe, I could get into fourth instead of fifth? Come on, go faster, come on, I can do this, come on, go. No, it's not fair. No, I was supposed to get a better spot. I had that advantage early on. I was in second place. It's not fair. It's not fair. Why? Damn it. It's not fair. Well, I guess I should see if there's anything I can do to make my car work. I bought this flywheel, and now I'm all but completely broke. Let's see if there's anything doable in the world circuits. That looks doable. Maybe. Up and away to the Twin Ring Motegi Super Speedway.
A few minutes later.
I won? Really? I won? First place? I actually won! I didn't crash! I actually won! I can't believe it! And thus concludes the adventures of Sketch Cadbury as she finally secured first place in what is literally a semicircle and cemented that she was, is, and always will be the master of all video games. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. The end. That concludes the first day of my adventures through Gran Turismo. We've got an entire 2 hours and 13 minutes more of footage to get through. We haven't even started yet. Bet you didn't see that coming, did you? Man, I'm so edgy. I'm so punk rock and alternative. I'm crazy. Just like the Joker or Slim Shady. Nobody can cancel me. I'm the freaking Edgemeister. So yeah, I couldn't just leave it at that. There's so much I have left unplayed. There are so many events on the map, I gotta at least try some of them, right? So, on the next day, when I felt like recording, I went back to the beginner events. Surely after my last victory, I have enough of a grasp to win. It even says, come here after buying your first car. I've done plenty more than that. I've upgraded my car a bit. Surely, this should be absolutely within my ability. Wow. I mean, this isn't that much worse than before, but honestly, I don't even have words. Before, like, the other day, losing was kinda humiliating, but, like, fun humiliating, you know? Humorous, fun, light, like when a friend makes jokes about you. But this? It is hard to describe how deeply unsettling this was. I felt genuine despair. One of the races, my racing was halted against my will by a pit stop that I did not know existed in this game. It has been a long time since a video game made me feel this bad. This just ached in the core of my stomach. I didn't even know I could feel genuinely humiliated as a person by playing a video game. All I can say is, I was at rock bottom. Broke, poor, lame, and gay. I wasn't lame because I was gay, I just happened to be gay. It was coincidence. That was until my dad arrived to guide me. My father has previous experience with the Gran Turismo franchise. Back then, in the Neolithic, when dinosaurs walked around and Pythagoras was still alive. He fought in the Civil War. Apparently, there were these license things you had to do, and when you completed them, you'd get a new car, depending on how well you did in the license exams. Wait, licenses? They give you a car? Oh no. Oh lordy lord, Messiah in heaven, no. Lord Jesus Christ in heaven, please say it isn't so. So, remember how I said you needed to buy a used car? It turns out you probably don't, because the exams give you a car for the exams to test you. Also, the worst car you get for the weakest license has almost double the horsepower of my cappuccino. I wasted all of that time and effort for nothing! I'm completely broke now on a car that even souped up is only about half as good as this one! What the fuck? But at least now I have something resembling a tutorial. The license exams are meant to teach you how to play the game and understand the mechanics. It's actually kind of fun though, and actually teaches a surprising amount. With that and my dad's guidance, I'm sure to win. So I continued through the exams. As I progressed, I understood more about how to actually play. I moved out of rock bottom, got stacks, and stopped being lame. But I was still gay though. You know, I love licenses. So I do the license exams, which include braking tests, turning tests, general driving tests, a couple dirt road challenges which were really tough, including a fun little test where you just had to get to the end while avoiding traffic cones. Then, for my endeavor, I was awarded with a Volkswagen Lupo 1.4, 2002. Cool. It is unironically cool. I've alluded to it before, but it almost doubles my last car. The Suzuki Cappuccino had 59 horsepower after my mild tuning, but this vehicle comes with 100 out of the box. So I went to do some more mild tuning. I put RAM back in my car. And then I went to see if I could win some races with my spiffy new car, starting with some of the beginner events I failed before. I ended up getting 4th place, which is fine, I guess. I mean, 4th place is a perfectly wonderful spot. 4th place may not be on the pedestal, nor have the same fame, or valor, or respect, or noteworthiness, or value as the top 3. Anyways, we've got like 12 minutes of footage left to go through. I'm not stalling. You'll see how very interesting and entertaining this gets. You haven't seen nothing yet. Let's see. Messing around in the menus for a bit. Not doing anything interesting. Oh, I did another race. I actually got second place. So that's pretty cool. I don't really have anything more to say, though. I kind of already used all of my narrativization abilities already. Alright, fine. Let's get on with the conclusions already. The script is plenty long as is. Perhaps a bit too long. This bit has been very indulgent. So after all that time I spent, what are my thoughts on the game as a whole? Has it given me a new perspective on the genre? Yes, I would say it did. While I probably won't play this game much more in the future, I did enjoy my time with it, at least somewhat, and it has helped me understand why people love this genre of games. I found the realism very interesting to learn and play around. I like how much care and detail was put in order to make the game feel realistic and exciting, in the way it's exciting to drive fast in real life, only without any real-world problems that would stop you, like road laws or safety concerns. Getting my license actually felt really fun, and it felt like I genuinely got way better by doing that. However, the fact that the game gave me no indication in-game that I was supposed to do that is absolutely a design flaw and caused me to waste a countless amount of money that I did not need to waste and ultimately harmed my experience playing. Not only that, but it permanently messed up my save file. If I'd known I was supposed to get my license first, I would have had the money to actually tune the first car I got from the licenses. However, I did enjoy the game a fair amount, and I absolutely would recommend the game to anyone even remotely interested in playing this racing simulator. Just keep in mind that the game won't baby you, nor will it feel like a typical video game. Gran Turismo 4 is a real achievement within this genre that proved the worthiness of this type of game. However, I found it flawed in ways it really didn't need to be. Thank you all for watching. Have a nice day, and don't crash your car. It's very unhealthy. Hey there, if you've made it to the end of the video here, I assume you liked the video quite a bit. And if you did, I would recommend giving me money on my brand new Ko-fi account. I don't really have any benefits yet, I don't really know how to set up a Ko-fi, but I'm sure I'll find something. And it also just gives me more incentive to continue making good content for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day.